My name is Newtone. This is my story growing up without a dad, from an orphan to a son. So I grew up in the streets of Stockton, East Side Stockton. My mom was always working 2 jobs. Dad left when I was 3, got caught up for selling drugs. He got sent to the penitentiary for 10+ years, so I didn't see him after that. So I grew up in the streets. I didn't have a positive role model growing up. I didn't know God, I didn't know Jesus. I just thought it was cool to hang out with the gangsters and the drug dealers, and they taught me a lot about the streets. I started rapping at the age of 16, started freestyling, and as I felt that void in my heart more, missing my dad, not having him around, not playing catch, and just hanging out in the streets more, I just started writing poetry. You know, I started listening to Tupac and Biggie, writing it, reading it to my friends, and they said it was like a rap song. It was deep. I did my first album when I was 18, completed, printed, and I just wanted to, you know, make it out the hood. I just wanted to buy my mom a house and, you know, live that rap star life. Be that first one from Stockton to really blow up. So I started rapping, started getting deeper into that, started getting connections with that. And but all along though, man, I never had that positive role model in my life. I always looked up to these other gangsters and I wanted to be just like them. So I just kept rapping about, you know, shooting and this and drugs and women. And growing up in the streets, man, everybody I grew up with is basically dead or locked up in jail for life. And I should have been one of those guys too, but you know, God had grace on me. I was always missing something. I was living that rap star life, you know, getting drunk, had women, making money, you know, kicking it with celebrities, with rappers, and at the end of the night, you know, go to sleep, wake up, I still have that emptiness in my heart, and I didn't know what it was. And then one day I had a dream. That these demons were attacking me. They jumped on me. They were trying to get inside of me, and I woke up and I couldn't move, and I felt like the scariest thing behind me, and I couldn't move. I was paralyzed. I felt like someone was on top of me, and I couldn't turn around. And I knew it was something demonic. I knew it was probably Satan or one of his demons or something. And then that day I called my uncle. He was a believer. I called him and I said, you know, I got to change my life. I don't know what to do, but I want to try this Jesus. I gave my life to Jesus, and 3 days later I had a dream with him that changed my life completely. He grabbed my hand and he started walking with me. He started talking to me. And the first thing he said out of his mouth, he says, "I'm proud of you, son." And I just, you know, I was crying in so much joy in the dream. Tears were coming out because he called me son. I didn't have a dad, you know, growing up to tell me that he's proud of me. My mom never told me she was proud of me. She was never home, and I was getting in trouble, and she didn't know how to say those kind of words. She's a good mom, and she works hard, and I love her, you know, I love her with all my heart, but she didn't know how to express those feelings. And my dad playing catch with him, football and all that. I didn't know that Jesus, you know, would call me a son. And out of everything I did in life, I don't deserve his grace or his love, and I was just crying in tears because he said that he was proud of me. And now I realize what he was talking about. He's proud of me because he sees the future. He sees what serving him, he sees the future. He's telling me all the good things that I'm about to do in life for him. Even though I'm not perfect, even though I make mistakes, he's there with me and he's walking with me. So in this dream, he held my hand, he started walking with me. He just started showing me everything I was gonna do, all these great things I was gonna do for him. And I was just in tears the whole time. And he just kept saying, he's proud of me, he's proud of me. And when I woke up, this is like the best feeling in the world I ever felt. I was just in tears because of so much joy. I felt this joy that I never felt in my whole life. And I knew right there, right then, that I got delivered. You know, my heart was healed. I was no longer an orphan, I was no longer fatherless, but he called me, the great I am, Jesus, called me a son. I started serving at my church, started getting plugged in, and you know, I knew I had the music gift, but God highlighted an area in the church that he wanted me to serve and be an influence. So I started serving with our kids at CWC Manteca under Bishop Steve Perea. I'm a minister under him and under his wife, Kelly Perea. And I started just being with the kids, about 100 kids on Sundays, about 30, 40 on Wednesdays, and I just started serving. I started just pouring my life into them because I see a lot of these kids, they look up to me because I'm a rapper. They, you know, 4 albums out, they listen to my music, they look at me as a famous rapper. And if I could use my influence to point them to Jesus, then I want to do that because I didn't have that positive influence. You know, there's so many things in this world that's leading the kids astray, you know, drugs and and these movies and actors and celebrities, but I want to be that one that will point them to Jesus. So that's what I do. I teach the kids, I pour my life into them. You know, I pray with them, we teach them about Jesus, and it's an honor to be, you know, a father to the fatherless now, because Jesus told me he was gonna use me in my dream to be a father to the fatherless. So that's what I'm doing now. Now I understand everything's coming into play, and I understand his vision and his dream. Now I have a beautiful wife and a beautiful daughter. She's 2.5 years old. And I want to be the dad I never had to her. You know, the one that points her to Jesus, the one that guides her, the one that's there for her, to protect her, to teach her things, to jump on the trampoline, to push her on her swing. And I want to be there for her. And I don't blame my dad. I forgive him. And if you're out there and, you know, you grew up without a dad, I want you to know that there's forgiveness. You know, you have to be free from bondage, and the only way to be free is by forgiving that person. Doesn't mean they're right. It just means that so you won't be in bondage. So Jesus has healed my heart. I forgave my dad even though I don't know him. And now I'm raising my little daughter. New Tone, I'm out.
Is alive, no baby in the tomb. Too much riots, too much fighting, too much crying, too much dying. Lord, I repent for America. Beautiful, I know that you care for her. Yeah, I'ma pray for America. Yeah, no hate for America. God can't save America. Land of the free, red, white, blue. Yeah, I'ma pray for America. Yeah, no hate for America. God can't save America. Land of the free, red, white, blue. Ain't nothing you could do to me, nah. And I don't feel what man could do to me. Hey, is I rather you